Welcome to the Take the Journey podcast. I am your host, Cheryl Marion, and I wanted to stop in to do a quick self-check-in. Most of us, we've seen the news, we see what's happening. I get it, I understand, I got it. But let's pause. Let's take a deep breath, breathe in. Now breathe out. Let me say this. Everything will be okay and everything is okay. I want to share a few thoughts with you just to consider and let's put into perspective some things. Now, we've watched a lot of opposition to the 2020 election. And one of the big conversations that was going on was, can the results be overturned? And when we look at the finale of it all, the results were not overturned. Now, before that actually came to fruition, there were discussions of, is it possible? And in listening to different constitutional experts, law experts, historians, their take on it was this: that there was no way that the election could be overturned because the forefathers drafted the laws in such a way to protect the rights of the American people. Rights can be determined in different ways, especially depending on what aspect of life you are living right now. So I get that. But just to kind of like abbreviate things to the point of the election not being overturned, and the reason why it wasn't overturned is because laws were put in place for that not to happen. Men, human beings, put that in place. So, if we turn around and we look at us as individuals, who created us? God created us. Have you experienced anything that, you felt was going to be the end of your life? Oh my gosh, my life will never be the same after this. I don't know how I'm going to come back from this. But you're still here. Has your heart ever been broken to the point where you felt like, you know what, I can't take this anymore. I don't want to live anymore. I don't want to go on any further. Have you experienced any loss that would make you feel as though there's nothing else to live for? Now, if you're listening to this podcast, what does that mean for you? It means that God created your life in such a way that the worst that you thought could have happened to you did not prevail and win. So now, if man can create laws to determine the outcome they intended it for, how much more does God's intent for us have opportunity to prevail? I mean, it's a no-brainer right there. You're here today. You're alive today because God's intention for you was to accomplish every goal and every dream that your heart desired that lines up with his will for you. So no matter what happens and what takes place, there is nothing in this lifetime that can destroy you because you were created to withstand everything that you have experienced and everything that you will possibly experience. You're God's creation. Come on, that's something to celebrate. And I am hoping that that can give all of us a different perspective and look on life. That there is so much more for us to experience and that we will experience because we were created for it. God's intention for us was all good. Read Genesis. Go to Genesis. Everything that God created, at the end of it, he said it was good. And that was also inclusive of his intentions for us. So give yourself a pat on the back. You've made it through some of the worst of times. And hey, maybe there's some more times of challenge that will lie ahead. But God created you to withstand all of it. Well, this is Cheryl Marion. I've been your host today at the Take the Journey podcast, where we choose the path to peace and wholeness. I am signing off. God bless you.